Welcome to Unity in Harlem. Those here in person and those who are attending virtually. I'm Orrin Hercules, your greeter for today. And welcome to Unity in Harlem's Grand Rising Sunday Worship November 16th service. Today we celebrate the glorious transforming power of God. And we here at Unity in Harlem offers a place to rededicate yourself, ourself, and be transformed anew for it to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Unity in Harlem is located at 318 West 139th Street in Harlem. Unity in Harlem is also an open, inclusive, diverse, welcoming spiritual community that sees each person as a creation of the divine spirit. Through the study of metaphysical interpretation of the Bible and other sacred literature, you're invited to discover your own divinity. Today, worship service is entitled Living in Forgiveness. And our illustrious minister, Mr. LeRoy Withers, will deliver the sermon and the meditation. And to familiarize yourself with the order of service today, we will begin by having a medley of medley of songs by Ponce. Jesus Christ Emmanuel, I release and let go. He had made me glad. Followed by Unity in Harlem at affirmation. Then we prepare for meditation by Reverend LeRoy Withers. The meditation follows, and then the talk. There is a musical interlude following, and prayers and requests, tithes and offering proceeds to the announcements, which I will return for, and another medley of inspirational songs by Marie, which will be, I will be gentle with myself, the Father and I are one, we live in the light of God. And conclude with the prayer of protection and the peace song. And now I present our esteemed vocalist, Miss Marie Ponce.
Thank you so much, Orrin Hercules. Yay. All right, we love your presence here. let's do our song. The first song we have is a medley of Jesus Emmanuel, I Release and I Let Go, and He Has Made Me Glad. Let's put some music on. It's in your program, and we can all sing and clap if you want to, and have a good time. Have a good time and praise. Come on. Stand to your feet. Come on. Jesus. Jesus Christ, Jesus, oh love through me. Emmanuel, Emmanuel. Greater is he that's in me. Take up your cross and walk. Emmanuel, Emmanuel. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Emmanuel, I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. I'm only here for God. I will with thanksgiving in my heart, I will enter his courts with praise. I will say this day that the Lord will make me glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. Again. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made. I release, and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yeah, come on. Ooh, all right. Yes, and now we welcome the illustrious and velvet voice of Bob Ponce as he shares the affirmation of this house on 318 West 139th Street. Come and join us.
Isaiah 55 verse 11 says, "So shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it." Unity affirmations speak to the power of our words, and particularly the power of I am. And so we say this affirmation every Sunday to affirm our divine nature. The words are on the screen, and I invite you to say them with me. I am an abundant, radiating center of God's love and light for peace, healing, and inner truth for all.
And as Oren Hercules shared with us earlier, we have a wonderful minister with us. That's Reverend LeRoy Weathers. and he will be doing both the meditation as well as a wonderful talk that continues what have been learning here this month. So in preparation for that, we will adjust our lights, and after we sing our song, which is called The Morning Prayer by Karen Drucker. You can sing along, or you can listen, either one. Every day, my mind is willing. My mind is willing, and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts. I trust my instincts, and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls. There may be walls. There may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know, and now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day. I am more loving every moment, every day. I surrender every moment, every day to the greatest gifts that I am, the greatest possibilities that I can find within myself, that divinity has placed within my core and my deepest inner consciousness that I can just embrace and be without fear, without blockages, without a thought of whether I can trust God to bring me through to the finish line, to the beginning line of who I am. Amen? You feeling that? Breathe right now and feel that right down to your core. No obstacles, only boldness and peace and joy. And on that note, I would like to welcome to the podium a great friend and a powerful speaker, the one who will go out. If you are sick, if you have something going on with you, this man will go the ends of the earth to find you and give you a word that is fun and joyful, and you will not feel sick anymore because he is there. That is the Reverend LeRoy Weathers. Come to the podium. Everybody give him a little round of applause. Come on.
Good morning, and welcome to Unity in Harlem. Ashe, assalamu alaikum, and welcome so much to the Unity in Harlem, and shalom as well. Today's a nice day, and again, we welcome you, folks that are here and the folks that are home looking at us virtually. We welcome you as well. Before we begin today, the meditation, I want to pay homage once again. I was reminded last night that our ancestors never die. So I really want to pay homage to folks that have made a commitment to unity in Harlem and are no longer here physically, but certainly spiritually. So we want to wake them up and ask that they be released from the spiritual world. Thank you, Marie. So I want to pay homage to Akua, Ashe, Marie Claire, Ashe, Jane, Ashe, Denise. If I'm missing anyone, please remind me. Ann White, Ashe. Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Thank you so much. And also, to all those that I might have missed, that have made a commitment to unity, we say, Ashe. Yes, Richard Granity, Ashe. How could I forget Richard? I know he is. I'm still communicating with his daughter as well, just to let you guys know here and there. She's doing fine. And, yes. Again, we say again to those that I may have missed, and those who have walked through these doors at one time and are no longer here, we say Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Thank you so much. What I'd like to do as well before the meditation is read the daily word for today, which is healing, which is apropos, and it would have been all right if you read it, Orrin. That would have been fine. Taking good care of myself supports my healing, which is very important, is to take good care of yourself. Sometimes it's hard to say no to friends, family, work, church, or volunteer organizations I care about and want to serve. But when I'm overextended and depleted, I don't do my best, and I may put my emotional and physical and mental health at risk. Taking on too much and saying yes to every request may be a sign there is something deeper within me that is out of alignment and is in need of healing. Perhaps I am feeling fear or judgment or a reluctance to disappoint anybody. I heal when I slow down, pray, and welcome God's grace. I treat myself gently and make time for relaxation a priority. Secure in divine love, I know when to say yes or, for my well-being, to kindly but confidently say no, not this time. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and do not forget all his benefits, who forgives all for iniquity, who heals all your diseases. Psalms chapter 103, verse 2 to 3. I'd just like to make a comment. I don't know about you folks, but I certainly had a problem saying no, where I literally had to get up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say, no, 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 25 times, you know. And we have to really realize when we overextend ourselves because it puts pressure on us. So it's okay if a person asked you 10 times and you said yes 9 and one time you say no. That's okay. So I just want to let you know. So we want to get relaxed now. Sit back, get comfortable. And we're going to begin our meditation. I just want to say to you as we begin it, one of the themes in Unity in Harlem is non-resistance. So oftentimes, I know for myself I did, when I would meditate, I have these negative thoughts. I'm trying to, let me push them out, push them out. No, let them go through. Let them pass through. And sometimes they have to pass through 2 or 3 times before it dissipates. So be non-resistant and just let them pass through. Bob, we're good. So get relaxed. At this point, settle in. Pay attention to your breathing. Let's take some air in and let it out. Let's take some air in once again. Notice how your stomach extends itself and let the air out through your mouth. As the stomach pushes in. Notice this as you meditate. Notice as you take the air through your nose, how it passes through. And when you release it, how it releases. Feel it release through your body. Let's do this. Let's take this air in. Relaxed and peaceful. Let it out. I'm relaxed and peaceful. Let's take some air in. Feel it as it goes through your as it enters your body and release it. Let's breathe normally now. And as we breathe normally, listen to my words, and you can repeat these words. I'm relaxed and peace. Whatever negative thoughts that you may have, let them pass through. Don't think on them. Let them pass through. We're breathing normally. And we're saying to ourselves, I'm relaxed and peaceful. Breathe normally and relax. I'm relaxed and peaceful. All my words of today, of yesterday, and of the yesterdays, they pass through and dissipate. Let's take some air in again. And let it flow through your body. Feel it flowing through. And let's release the air. Let's take air in once again. And listen to my words, and you can repeat it. God is, I am. Take air in again. God is, I am. And release it. And so it is. Take some air in once again. God is, I am. Feel that oneness with God. Feel that connection. Feel that sense of joy. And just breathe normally. As we breathe normally, we notice and feel that the worries and problems of today, of yesterdays, and the yesterdays, past the yesterdays, are dissipating. We're on holy ground. Feel the energy. Feel the oneness with the universe. breaths in. God is, I am. And release. Take another breath in. I remind you to feel the air pass through your nostrils as it goes down your throat, as it passes through and surrounds your entire body. And those areas that may be in pain, needs healing, feel the air as it touches those places. Let's the air out. We want to take one last breath in. God is, I am, and release. And just breathe normally as we slowly come back to this place of worship. Breathe. Begin slowly opening your eyes. And as you open them, it brings you back to this place, to this holy ground. To this sanctuary of yours. One last deep breath. God is, I am. And release. I ask you to slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. And we're here. And if you're at home with someone, turn to that person and say, I love you. Those that are here, turn to each individual, say, I love you. Yeah, that's even better. 4 times is better than 1, right? Well, what I want to say to you today it's a day that is a challenge for me. And I'm going to share with you during the Minister's Minute why it was. But in any event, what I want to talk about today is going to kind of, sometimes I get fragmented, but I just want to let you folks know that I'll be talking about the 10 Commandments today. Talk about it in general, then I'm going to focus on those 2 commandments that Jesus had indicated were the most important. First, I would like to say that I believe there are 10 spiritual lessons that are among the most important pieces of wisdom ever revealed. They are the 10 statements found in the 20th chapters of the book of Exodus, which most people know as the 10 Commandments. The spiritual lessons of the 10 Commandments are the foundations of the world's major religions. For Jews around the world, these spiritual teachings are part of a continuing, evolving set of guidelines on how to build a life that has a deeper meaning and a higher purpose. In Islam, The Ten Commandments are respected and included as part of a highly developed guidelines given to Muslims on how to live a spiritual life, which are outlined in great details in the Quran, the holy teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. In Buddhism, the 5 precepts that form the basis of the righteous behavior of Buddhists are also also, let me do that again. In Buddhism, the 5 precepts that form the basis of righteous behavior that all Buddhists follow are almost identical to several of the 10 commandments in Exodus. Do not kill, do not steal, do not lie, do not take drugs or drink alcohol beverages, and do not be unchaste, unpure. Someone suggested that maybe the 10 commandments are misnamed. They should be called the 10 hardest things to do in life. Honoring your parents. I spoke about that. Sometimes it's very difficult to honor your parents if you feel that they've misused you. How can you honor that? It's difficult. Some folks didn't have a great relationship. Love thy neighbor. That could be difficult. Your neighbor's always throwing garbage on your lawn, and each and every time you, so it's a challenge. Not feeling jealous about what other people have. That becomes a challenge. These topics aren't ancient history. They are the core issues that most of us struggle with in our lives today. What folks were going through in ancient times in terms of struggling with their lives and trying to go forward, we go through today. That's why in unity, we realize there's more to life in true students than what we see and what we hear and what we feel. There's just more to life. Some of us call it the sixth sense. You know, I was sharing with someone the other day in terms of what a true student is, in terms of we're searching for the truth in lives. We understand that there's more in life than the 5 senses. There's more. And this person said to me, well, you feeling that way, you're one in a million. No, I'm one of the million that think this way. There's millions and billions of true students throughout the world that are seeking and have the same mission that I have, and that's creating a heaven on earth. Folks may feel that that's impossible, but I think it will happen. You know, I was thinking about the 10 Commandments, and sometimes what happens, particularly with unity, it really lets you explore, to ask questions. And one of my questions was, why do we have the 10 Commandments? You know, if we all are God's children, why do we have the 10 Commandments? And I thought about it. And you know, God knows everything. Knows what's going to happen to you before it happens. Folks say, you know, ask God to forgive them. God forgave you already. God knew you were going to do it before you did it. It's about you forgiving yourself. So with all that being said, I'm thinking maybe God said, well, you know, I know once I create these folks, when I create man, they're going to act crazy. they're going to do things they're not supposed to do. So let me put these 10 commandments out there. And there were other rules to follow. And it was just guidelines for me to demonstrate what we need to do, and the way we need to behave, the way we need to interact with each other in a spiritual way to create a heaven on earth. To create a heaven on earth. Jesus was asked, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the Lord?" Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. And the second, love your enemy, love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. The first commandment, which Carol spoke about, and I did give her a call and said I was just going to expand on it a little bit. She said, fine. That's how we work together. The first commandment is a request from God for each of us to decide whether we believe in and want to have a relationship with God. Some translators recommend hearing the words of the first commandment not just as a statement about God, who is the one who freed the ancient Hebrews from slavery in Egypt. They suggest the first commandment can be translated, "I am the one who is and will always be your God, who can bring you out of a narrow way of seeing things and out of your enslavements and worries." Wow. Wow. I want to read that one more time. There are certain scholars and translators that suggest the first commandment can be translated in, "I am the one who is and always will be your God, who can bring you out of a narrow way of seeing things." Expand your focus. Give you a different perception of things. Out of your enslavements and worries. So, what are we saying here? Can you imagine how our ancestors must have felt when they were enslaved back in the day? They didn't see no way out. All they had was their faith in God. Today, and I've said this before, we'll come out of this situation that's happening in this country today. I guarantee that. If we follow these guidelines or the 10 Commandments and we actually implement it when we interact with each other, we slowly move in that direction, creating a heaven on earth. There are scholars and clergy members who suggest that the God who offers the 10 Commandments to Moses and the Hebrews gathered in the desert was more like an energy that dwells within us as a mysterious internal sense of guidance. When Jesus said, and we're moving to the second commandment, love your neighbor as yourself, he meant one should treat others with the same care, respect, and compassion that they naturally have for themselves. This involves that, excuse me, I'm sorry, I really am. When Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself, he meant one should treat others with the same care, respect, and compassion that they naturally have for themselves. This involves doing acts of kindness, generosity, and justice for everyone, regardless of whether they are a friend or a stranger. I think the love thy neighbor as thyself simply puts treat another person the way you want to be treated. Simply put, treating others the way you want to be treated. The core idea is to apply the same positive regard you have for yourself. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. Acting with kindness. This command calls for concrete actions, forgiveness and understanding. You know, what happens is that, and you hear this as I speak, action. That's the key. Action. Don't talk about it, be about it. And that's where some of us fall short. To me, action is the truth. We can know. We can know the verse. We can know this. We can know that. You can know the truth. But to implement it is the real truth. You see. And that's the bottom line. It's all about action. Faith without works is useless. You can have all the belief in the world. You can know this. You can know this. You could be well-versed when it comes to the Bible, when it comes to the Quran or the Torah. But if you're not doing the work, then it's in vain. And we can do this work not at a major level. We could do it at a small level. When you see someone in need, and I've said this before, in the streets, take action. Oh, please, God, please, I hope that person I pray that that person gets a meal. You give that person a meal. You see, some folks feel like just praying like that's okay. As long as I ask God to do it, I'm out. There's no other thing I have to do. No action. And if you can you imagine if everybody in the world had that attitude? If everybody had that attitude in Manhattan? Or if everybody had that attitude in all the boroughs, where one person would feed another person and that's your job, I guarantee you homeless would drop. A simple conversation, a simple word could help an individual. It doesn't have to be something that you have to do. It could be something that you say. And I always impress upon this, when I'm in the elevator or I'm surrounded by people, I normally say, have a blessed day. And I'll hear somebody saying, oftentimes, I needed to hear that. Thank you so much. I've done my job that day. I've lifted someone's hope that might be going through some turmoil. Just those words. And you'll be surprised at the response. Do that. Put that on your agenda for the day. This is what I'm going to do to make this world a better world, to make the universe reflect what the universe is. Love. Loving all humanity. Neighbor is not limited to family, friends, or people you know. It includes everyone, especially those who are different or even considered enemies. Now, oftentimes what we do when we talk about love thy neighbor, this is what unity does for me. And you'll find that unity, or you truth students, because there's truth students everywhere. They don't necessarily have to be a part of unity, but they're searching for the truth. That they know that there's more in life. So when we talk about our neighbor, me being a truth student, I take it beyond just a human being. The birds are our neighbors. The animals are our neighbors. The trees are our neighbors. The plants, the flowers that we breathe are more than our neighbors. It's what we depend on. So I had this evolution. I had this idea in my mind that when it gets to the neighborhood, the plants, the trees, they are all our neighbors. We are one with them. That's what it's meant by this is your neighbor. You are one with this person. You are one with this tree. That's what that's about. And we need to understand that. Self-care. The commandment acknowledges that people naturally look out for their own well-being. It encourages applying this same instincts to others, ensuring you don't neglect your neighbor's needs while you are concerned with your own. It comes to mind, it's just natural for us as people. That's part of that part of who we are as spiritual beings. Sometimes we act instinctively to that spiritual force. By that I'm saying, I've seen people if somebody got hit by a car or fell off a bike, folks just come. They could have been, but they come. I can remember when I fell and broke my hip, coming down my steps, running, boom, fell down, bam. And cars stopped, people stopped. I didn't even know. These two brothers got up. Folks wanted to help me as well, but they helped me up and walked me to the stoop. There I called the ambulance, 911. But it's instinctive. See, it's instinctive that we respond when we see another person harmed. It's part of our genetic makeup. It's about carrying that through life, not just when there's an emergency situation. Promoting justice and dignity. It calls for treating everyone with respect, not to put their life or well-being at risk. That's what's important. You're talking about justice. Malcolm's words were, no man is free unless every man is free. He understood it. I remember when Malcolm came back from Mecca and they were interviewing him. He no longer was fighting for civil rights, he was fighting for human rights. He expanded it. Because sometimes when we experience the truth, we don't acknowledge it. At that time, the Muslims were calling all white folks devils. This was something Malcolm believed in. I personally feel when you find one exception to the rule, it kills the rule. But when he went to Mecca, and he ate with Muslims, that were white, blue eyes, and blonde hair. He experienced the truth. And he acknowledged it. Some of us don't do that. Some of us get so stuck with an individual that we see no flaws. And from my understanding, nobody's perfect. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. You see. And sometimes it becomes very difficult for some of us to approach someone that's dear to us and say, listen, that was a mistake. I subscribe to what in terms of sin. Sometimes we look at a mistake and call it a sin. That's why I subscribe to A Course in Miracles, when they say the only sin, and I believe this, is believing that you're not connected with God, that you don't have a oneness with God. Everything else is a mistake. Everything else is a mistake. You steal, it's a mistake, not a sin. It's a mistake, you can correct it. But if you believe that you are not one with God, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Thanks, B. So I hope that we all, and we talk about love thy neighbor, and I'm going to kind of glide through real quick. Got the signal. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about love, which is part of love your neighbor as thyself. What is love? Love is beyond definition. Love is expressed and not defined. Love is an inner power, not an object. Or need is not to be loved, but to love. To express love. To radiate love. God is love. God is me. I am that love expressing in and through me. I am created in and of love. It is my nature, the root of my being. I am the very activity of love in expression. I have within me all the love in the universe. Jesus says, in the teaching of Jesus, the emphasis of love is on you, on your consciousness. In unity, your consciousness is really measured by your love. When your consciousness is, you're a loving person, you're lovable. You see, I very, very quickly, I'll share that later. Jesus says, love your enemies, not because he deserves it, because you deserve it. Because you deserve it. And I want to emphasize that I was just talking to Orrin, we talk about forgiveness. Oftentimes we mistake forgiveness. Oh, well, I'm going to let this person hurt me, but I'm going to let them back in my life. That shows that I forgive them. No, that's not a sign of forgiveness. You don't necessarily have to let a person back in your life because you forgave them of that incident. That's not part of it. You could forgive someone that hurt you and oftentimes has hurt you, but that doesn't mean that you have to let that person into your life. Simple. Love does its healing work because it gets us centered in the consciousness of compassion, from that consciousness, I see clearly through eyes of love. Seeing with love creates an environment where people feel secure and they let down their guard. Folks, I know folks usually don't do this, but I'm going to do this today. Your homework assignment, practicing with the eyes of love. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do unto others that you would want to be done to you. Have a blessed day. I'm going to ask folks to be patient with me. I'm going to share a video with you of a man. I call him the Renaissance man of Harlem. He's well known in Harlem. He has helped folks out in Harlem. And if you don't know him, if you haven't met him, this video will give you a chance to get to know him and maybe a few other people. His name is Luther Gales. So, Bob, you could...
Pass on the right. Pull, pass on your right.
We are definitely breaking the stereotype that blacks don't swim.
Pull, come here and stay.
The Harlem Honey and Bears are the only black senior synchronized swim team in New York City.
You're starting at the third line. You're going to pass each other by your right. I want you to be as close as possible with your feet here.
But I mean,
When I'm giving instructions, I'm the coach or the assistant coach. We're not friends in the water. I look for perfection.
Hook up, you're going too soon. They're not hooked.
Would you say one more time?
They were not hooked. You gotta wait for this.
Like a family, some people get along and some people don't. We're all over 50 years old. We still act like kids.
Keep thinking.
You're going straight down. You're not getting into that slip.
Synchronized swimming is men and women, mostly women, who perform acrobatic acts in the water. And I love to be around women, you know. I love women, you know. I mean, that's the best part of a man is a woman. We're planning now to go up to Cortland, New York for the senior games. It takes 4 months to get it together. And we're in that process right now. So we're looking by June 1st, when we go up to Cortland, we want to have that program in check.
Your legs going up. The legs going up at the same time. You got to check.
Our oldest member, Latisse Graham, is 96 years old. Latisse is a phenomenal diva of divas. You ever heard her laugh? She laughs like a little girl. I want to be like Latisse when I grow up.
My name is Latisse Graham, and I'm 96 years young, and I've been a member of the Harlem Hunters and Bears swim team for 32 years. Maybe 33, but I've been here a while. I swim 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and I learned to swim at age 64. The Harlem Hunters Bear is the most popular swim team in America, really, that I know about.
We go 1, 1, 2, 3 hunters and bears.
When we have on our red caps and our black swimsuit, and they take pictures of us in the water with the blue background like that, we look beautiful. We are beautiful. Black is beautiful.
That's all you do. Follow Luther and go into the flip.
Go fast, go feet.
Linda. No.
I've been with the Honey and Bears now for about 23 years. Some of them come in with walkers and canes and stuff, and once they get in that water, the walkers and canes can be thrown away because they feel like they're in heaven, you know, just gliding right in that water.
I got my intake. Okay, I'm blowing out. 4 strokes or whatever you're going to intake, and then go back into
We
the
have
rhythm
competition,
of your
all
stroke.
5
And all
barrels,
that
we
air.
compete, and we've been doing different shows, and we've been winning most of the time.
1,000, 2, 1,000. 1,000, 2, 1,000.
Our uniqueness is we break the stereotype. No blacks can swim. We do and will continue on swimming, and one day we're going to be as dominant in swimming as we are in track and field, basketball, and whatnot.
How long that take to swim? Forever. There's no ending to that. I'm going to continue, just like the Energized Bunny. I'm going to keep on swimming.
1,000, 2, 1,000.
I'm going to keep swimming until they put me in the body bag, okay? And it'll probably be the day before they put me in the body bag. Well, what was he doing yesterday? He was in the damn pool. I told the fool.
Thank you so much for that. I need to let you know for clarification, Letitia's 103 now. The sister you saw now, 96, she's 90, she's 103. I want to say that Luther was spiritual in nature. One of the things that Luther shared with me, one time I was in the pool and somebody did something, Luther did something, and the person said, well, you make me mad. Luther said, well, I can't make you mad. So I asked him, when I was in the line, I said, what do you mean a person, you can't make a person? What do you mean you can't make a person mad? He said, you can't disturb a person. If you disturb a person, that means that person is disturbable. Wow. I said, were you ever in unity, man? What's going on here? And also, I need to say that Luther, he prophesied himself. He didn't prophesy when he was going to pass. He did not prophesy where he was going to pass, but he prophesied what he would be doing the day before he passed. I'll be in the pool. So I want to thank you folks for, taking time out and sharing this video with me. And again, Luther's a Renaissance man. He's well known. He's one of the individuals that helped build the community of Harlem. He'll be missed. And thank you so much. So right now, what we want to do is tithing or prayer offering. You can take time out and think about those that you want to pray for. Prayer works if you work it. Prayer works if you work it. Now, I'll give you some more time to think about who. I have a few people in mind here right now as I'm thinking. Okay, now we got to make some tithing, pay our bills. And I'm going to say the love offering. I'll say it first, and then I invite you to say it with me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. I'd like for you to say that with me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. And so it is. At this time, let's take time out. Bob puts up there, you can always tithe with the credit card. There's information up there to give you the address. The announcer, I'm going to give you the Orin. Oh, it's green now.
As promised, I'm back with the announcements. And for the next week, and Unity in Harlem's connection, Unity in Harlem Zoom connection is 698-428-2725. And by phone, it's 929-205-6099, both with a passcode of 777-7777. Unity in Harlem conducts meditation at Pillars every Thursday at noon. The link for that is 212-222-3470. Unity in Harlem also offers meditation at Morehouse for older adults every Thursday at 3 p.m. and at 12 noon. Okay. On Monday, there's a new study group recently formed, headed by Kwesi Thomas, discussing a book entitled Sacred Secrets by Paula Goodwin Copel. It's at 7 p.m. And the price of the book is $5.20. It's probably online. You can go to Amazon. This Tuesday study group is from 6 to 8 p.m. And the book that they're studying by Robert Burnett is entitled Finding Yourself in Transition. Friday, Unity in Harlem circle, prayer circle, relax in the comfort of prayer, is from 6 to 7 p.m. Anyone wishing to speak to the minister about a personal matter, feel free to call 646 481 1844. November the 23rd, Thanksgiving Sunday, we're here. The title on that day will be Living in Abundance, continuing with the theme for November. And our lovable Reverend LeRoy Weathers will be here again on the 30th. I don't have a title for his talk as yet. Holiday workshops. Create your legacy. That will be in December 10th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. And in addition to my announcements, I would like to have Annette come and tell you about Thanksgiving dinner, our annual Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you very much. I just thought I'd put up to get ready to tell you about next Sunday. Last week, I thought that I had mentioned about our annual Thanksgiving dinner with family and friends. And I mentioned one thing and didn't do the full, so I'm back. And I apologize for not reminding you. Next Sunday will be our annual Thanksgiving Sunday, which means that we will be having dinner right after the service next Sunday. And if you were here last year, you knew about the wonderful treats that we had. This year it'll be a little smaller, but still wonderful things to eat and share, and camaraderie, and it's always a wonderful time to be with family and friends. So if you intend to come, you're going to use the same number that Orrin gave you and that we use to, if you wish to speak with the minister. And I'm going to repeat that number, and it's 646-481-1844 to let us know that you're coming. And if you wish to bring something, that's fine. But we really need to know if you're coming so that we can make sure that we are prepared well. So that's next Sunday, right after service. Will be a small interlude while we make sure that everything is nice and hot. Food is nice and hot. And that's our annual Thanksgiving Family and Friends Sunday, and I totally apologize, and I thank Orrin for letting me come up and say it in full about next week. So in addition to our regular service, as Orrin said, which the title would be Living in Abundance, right afterwards we will have our family and friends right here at Unity in Harlem. So thank you again, and I'm going to turn the program over to Marie, who's going to sing a Song of Inspiration medley, I Will Be Gentle with Myself, and then The Father and I Are One, and then We Live in the Light of God. So thank you very much. Hope to see you next week, and hope that you call to make sure that, that we know that you'll be coming. Thank you.
Yeah, what a perfect song to sing after that wonderful talk. It just seems to put a button right on what you're saying. Really, it starts with loving yourself so you can have the space to love others completely and fully. Right? Yeah. So we're going to sing. So we're going to sing, I will be gentle with myself, and the Father and I are one. The medley by yours truly. It's right in your program. You want to stand up and dance around, you can do that too. I'll be gentle with myself. I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. Here we go. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with my heart. I will be gentle with my heart. I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. Yeah, Father. The Father and I are one. The Father and I are one. The Father and I are one. The Mother. The Mother and I are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. The Father and I are one. Mother. Are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. The Mother and I are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. The Mother and I are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. The Father and I are one. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with my heart. I will be gentle with my heart. I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. Oh, Father and I are one. The Father and I are one. The Mother and I are one. The Mother and I are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. The Father and I are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. The Mother and I are one. Oh, the Spirit and I are one. The Spirit and I are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. Are one. The Spirit and I are one. Oh, let's take a breath and feel that. If we are living in the light of God, if we are one with the Father, Almighty, all present, all powerful, then healing is ours, and joy is ours, and love is ours, and peace is ours, and divine ideas will be manifested in every action because, as Reverend LeRoy Weathers said, it's in the action. The truth is in the action. And on that note, I'm going to welcome Reverend LeRoy Weathers to tell us where we're going now.
Okay. All right, we're going to prepare right now for the prayer protection. It's on the screen. We'll stay it together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God unfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All right, let's get ready to get down now. Let's sing the peace song, all right?
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Yay. All right. All right.